Welcome to Animal X. I've sent Daniel and Natalie to meet a couple of abductees. Rochelle D'Elia, who claims to heal people using alien powers, and David Sanderkoff, who says he's had as many as 6 close encounters with reptilian-looking aliens.
Rochelle, tell us about your first encounter with extraterrestrial life forms.
Probably my first conscious encounter was when I was 18, which is about 10 years ago now, and I could feel lots of presences around me, and they seemed to have their hands on me, and I could smell a very distinctive smell. It smelled like dank jungle vegetation, quite putrid, like decaying vegetation.
I mean, you were in this, like a subconscious state just before sleep?
I was in a very much a conscious state, so it wasn't a subconscious state. I was very much aware of being awake.
So David, tell us about your first reptilian creature experience.
My first reptilian creature experience was when I found myself, I suddenly woke up being in an out-of-body state, and then I saw this strange hand come over the bed, and naturally I was quite scared, as you probably would be, so I kind of like told her to leave. Not using those words, probably a bit more aggressive, and then I didn't leave, and so I started praying, and then I thought it left, and then it came back and took me out of my body, and then I followed it.
So what makes you so certain that you weren't just dreaming this?
Probably the feelings and how vivid. It was a very solid, very solid experience.
Can you tell us about some of the experiences people have had with reptilian beings?
It's quite interesting that there's an enormous number that do have encounters with what they believe are dinosaur, lizard-like reptilian beings, and it's again a global thing. Some of them are really scary because they seem to be very huge. I think the fact that it's a reptilian scares them because it's not what they would expect. And what's interesting for me is that often the people that have see these other beings as well, it isn't something that they would normally want to try and imagine. You know, they're not sci-fi fanatics. They're not people that read, you know, that kind of fiction. They would say, look, I don't believe in this stuff, but I am seeing in front of me one of these beings, you know, and I've seen them come into my room.
So what did the creature actually look like?
Reptilian, like a dinosaur, green, scaly skin, rather devoid of emotion.